Susie Sausage Head.
So, let me tell y'all about the time Susie Sausage Head was out chilling at the Eatery one night. She had just gotten off work, and her favorite football team was playing a game that evening, so Susie decided to go out and treat herself to libations while watching the game. This was a solo mission for Susie this evening, but she didn't mind. Susie was single by choice and had long adjusted to the idea of treating herself to dates. Susie was a kind of girl that enjoyed conversations she had with the walls at home, and she was constantly cracking herself up, laughing at her own jokes. In other words, Susie had a healthy relationship with herself and spent a great deal of time at home alone. However, Susie was the most introverted extrovert you could ever want to meet. This was due to the fact that Susie spent most of her time at home alone. So when she did go outside to mingle, she was often the life of the party. Susie Sausagehead was blessed with an outgoing, magnetic personality, an easy smile that was nice to look at, an infectious laugh, and engaging eye contact that made people feel as if they were the most important person in the room. Susie also possessed an incredible gift of gab. She knew something about everything, and she could hold her own in any conversation. This, coupled with excellent listening skills and the absence of an ego slash the need to be the smartest person in the room, and you had Susie Sausagehead on a regular day. Throw in some libations and good food, and oh boy, watch out, because here she comes. Susie's football team was winning the game when she left the house. Not quite halftime yet. She decided to go to an eatery that wasn't far from her house because she'd been craving their pizza and stuffed mushrooms for some time. Susie Sausagehead arrived to the eatery and walked in to find it about half occupied. For a Sunday night, this was great, and Susie was grateful for it. Less people meant finding a more favorable place amongst the libationeers, and thus more attention from the mixologists. Susie found a spot close to the kitchen, directly in front of one of the TVs showing the football game. When she was asked what libation she wanted, Susie asked the mixologist to surprise her with something that tastes sweet. Susie also ordered her stuffed mushrooms, and when her libations arrived, she was not disappointed. She settled into her glass, eyeing the game and the other patrons in attendance. The couple next to her looked pleasant enough, and not long after Susie started her conversation with the mixologist, the couple joined in and started ordering surprise libations with Susie. After a while, the nice couple left the restaurant, and Susie Sausagehead found herself speaking to the mixologist again. That was until Susie scanned the room and found a young lady sitting alone at the other end on a stool. She was looking down at her personal mobile device and enjoying her own libations. Susie's team was now losing the game, and she had lost interest in watching it. She instead wanted to make more friends. Susie asked the mixologist to prepare another round of libations for the young lady sitting alone. Susie didn't know what the young lady was drinking, and she didn't care. All she knew was that the young lady was solo and, like her, might want a new friend. As it turns out, Susie was not disappointed. The young lady gestured for Susie to join her for a round of libations and conversation. She thanked Susie for the libation she'd sent over. Then they began to talk. The ladies laughed, took pictures, and exchanged numbers over the course of more shared libations, and promised to get together soon. Because Susie Sausagehead knew that she would be partaking in libations, she did not drive to the eatery. Instead, she ordered a rideshare to pick her up. When the driver arrived, he was eager to chat up Susie as well, and wasted no time doing so once they were on their way. When they arrived at her place, Susie also exchanged numbers with the rideshare driver before exiting the vehicle. Because why not? The next day, Susie began to text a young lady from the eatery and was pleased to find that she wanted to hang out again sooner than later. Susie was so thrilled to have a new friend and agreed to meet with her at another restaurant that she'd been wanting to visit for some time. Susie and her new friend continued to text each other throughout the week, leading up to them meeting again. When the night came, Susie Sausagehead and her friend agreed to meet each other at the restaurant parking lot and then walk in together. Through text, Susie learned that she'd arrived before her friend. She informed her friend that she would wait for her in the parking lot. She also let her friend know what she was driving and what she was wearing. Susie's friend replied that she'd arrived and she'd parked her car and was looking for Susie. The friend also stated that she would be wearing red. Susie stepped out of her car and scanned the parking lot, looking for the elusive lady in red. She noticed a man walking toward her, but paid him no mind. That was until he kept getting closer. As he was closing the distance with an expected smile on his face, wearing a red shirt, it dawned on Susie. Apparently, the libations had her feeling so good that night that she'd accidentally saved her rideshare driver as the young lady and vice versa. And all this time, Susie was talking to a guy.